Something out of folklore, a black wolf.
Yeah.
You know, I learned a couple years ago in this industry when we do all these stories and stuff that there aren't wolves in Massachusetts or Rhode Island. They're out, you know, in other parts of the country. So anything that we see, it's a coyote or a fox or something like that. But I'd love to see one in person from a distance. They look beautiful.
Safe distance.
Yeah.
Don't want to be snuck up on by these little, you know, for animals.
Right, yeah. No, they could be pretty
nicely.
wild.
We're also looking at our weather potentially sneaking up on us as well. Some of these storms coming our way. It's been kind of one after the other, it seems. Of course, we all know we just had some snow over the weekend. And well, we're getting ready for our next storm for the middle part of the week. We have, you know, another day of dry weather for not only today, but also for tomorrow here in Providence, seeing some extra clouds around, looking at some sunshine and clouds at times. And again, Newport seeing some blue sky here as well. So extra clouds around and maybe even a stray flurry across northern areas. Can't rule that out. There's some flurry activity to the north and west of us. Temperatures right now, we're in the 30s as expected, in the low to mid 30s. So we're going to be hovering right around that freezing mark. Not expecting a whole lot of melting today. But what does melt, you know, that makes the ground wet, that would refreeze later on tonight. So watch for some patchy black ice late tonight if you're traveling in some spots. Not anything widespread expected. Now, three key things: cold this afternoon. Mainly dry for Tuesday, and then we are tracking multiple storms. So we have one for the middle part of the week, and then another one as we go into parts of the weekend. So staying busy with our current weather pattern. Live radar, again, things are relatively quiet for the most part. We had a couple flurries this morning. Still watching for maybe a couple stray ones that kind of make their way in from the north and west from central and western Massachusetts. And again, for the most part, will be staying dry for today. Now, the wide view shows high pressure building on in, keeping us dry for the next day or so. But our next system that we're watching, there's actually two of them that we're watching for the middle part of the week. And this one here getting its act together later on tonight across Arkansas and Tennessee, and bringing some snow to Kentucky and parts of West Virginia. See how all of the moisture is still pretty far south compared to where New England's located. So as we go forward here, this is now jumping to later Tuesday evening. This is 8 p.m. on Tuesday. You can see here's New England, and here's the snow and the rain. So the storm system looks to stay pretty far to the south, at least for the bulk of it. However, some guidance is hinting that some of this northern edge snow might try to creep in along the coastline for parts of Tuesday night. Not going to be a big deal, and whatever does fall is very light and, again, not going to amount to much at all. That system pushes its way offshore, and the one behind it is what we're talking about for Wednesday night into Thursday. That one looks to bring us a round of some snow. Some minor accumulations possible with this as it approaches in Wednesday night. Watch what happens, though, as we go into Thursday. It does eventually change over to some rain eventually during the day on Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see that in just a second. Next snow chance again. The coastal areas seeing some possible flurries and snow showers. This is that Tuesday night system, again, really on the fringe of it. So here's the models. The American model, low pressure, moves off the coastline. That's the Tuesday night and the Wednesday storm. Again, fringe impacts, if anything at all. Otherwise, it stays to the south. Our next storm builds in for Wednesday night. Now we're going into 11 p.m. here. Again, here comes our snow and our icy mix as our low pressure forms. Tracks over, it changes it over to a mix, and then plain rain as we go into Thursday. The European model, very similar in all regards to what's going on midweek. So we're going to be watching it closely and see what goes on with this system for the middle part of the week. But right now it looks to be a sloppy mess of snow, sleet, ice, and rain. You can see that here. Late Wednesday into Thursday, that morning commute on Thursday could be tricky. As we go into Friday and Saturday, drier, temperatures low to mid 30s, and then possibly another system for Sunday, kind of bringing the same thing. Some snow changing over to a rainy and icy mix. So this beat goes on here with the storms, kind of just seeing one every few days.
You're kind of teetering on a high temperature of around freezing, too. A little above freezing, a little below.
So not a lot of melting going forward.
All right. Thanks, Stephen. And stories we're working on tonight coming up on